Hey there, Aquarius Sun, Aquarius Moon, Aquarius Rising. It's Maggie from Moon Directed. Welcome to my channel. Here we work with the energy of the moon to see how we can best utilize it to move our life forward in the most positive way possible. I did channel a message for you, and I want to get to that in just a moment. But first, I want to let you know that I'm going to be covering that full moon that is happening on Monday, March 9th, and then we're going to cover the whole week all the way through Sunday the 15th. And I have decided after a lot of soul searching that I need to go back to what I feel in my heart is most important, and that is giving you the kind of advice that you can use every week working with the cycles and the energy of the moon. And so on Mondays, which is Moon Day, I will be releasing the videos every week for the moon. And on Thursday, Jupiter Day, about expansion, we'll do the more expanded, the longer videos for like the mid-month or the monthlies, right? So be on the lookout for those. Even if you hit the notification bell, you may not be being notified. There's been some changes in the algorithms on YouTube. And so speaking of YouTube, be sure to hit that like button so that you can connect your energy with me. And more importantly, if you can leave me a comment or an emoji, then I get your name. And when I go to sit down to meditate on your energy, I actually put the names of everyone that's left me comments. I write them down and I meditate on your energy. I would do it with the likes in general, but I can't do it specifically. So it really helps to connect our energy so that when I'm trying to focus, I can get something for you. And so today what I saw was really interesting. You were knocking, I think we call it knocking a arrow into place, into position, getting ready. You were aiming your bow, getting ready to let go. What was interesting was I felt the breath. I felt the breath of the, I felt, now archery class in high school was a long time ago. I'm not going to tell you how long, but it's been more than 1 decade, 2, 3. It's been a while. So, okay, 4. Is it 4? Yeah, it's been a while. What I felt was a big inhale, and then I saw you putting the string in and then pulling it back, and there was like this this release of the breath, but not a lot. It was weird. It was like part of the breath, and then there was this calm and this relaxed and this focus. And I saw the target moving. So it's a moving target. So whatever you're aiming at, it doesn't feel fixed in place. It doesn't feel like it's changing, it's shifting. So either what you thought you were going for has shifted or changed or moved, or you're switching targets, or it's a target that naturally moves like, I'm trying to think of something that would be an example of something that would naturally move like that. I don't know. It was moving. So anyways, and then, so you were like leading the target, like you were trying to guess where it was going. So almost like, okay, sort of like if you were playing the stock market and you're trying to guess what the market's going to do. You're like leading the target, like trying to make your decision ahead of time. And then releasing the arrow. And then you breathe. And so something is requiring you to be relaxed and focused. It's shifting, it's changing. You're aiming for it. Your breath, staying calm, staying focused, working with your breath seems to be the thing. And then I think once you release, once you're like, okay, this is definitely what I'm going for, there's this exhale of, okay, I've done it. That's what I'm going for. And so I'm not sure exactly what that all means, but I'm going to guess that you do. So what are you aiming for? Because this moon is very supportive of that. We have a full moon that's happening in Virgo, but it's so nicely aspected by what's going on up there in Capricorn with that action planet of Mars up there, that expansive energy of Jupiter up there, and transitional energy of Pluto. And so something's changing, something's expanding, and there's action to be taken. And that action could be simply writing down what it is that you want. So full moons encourage you to release, to let go of what's not working, that's blocking you from achieving what you want, but being focused on taking the action necessary to gain what you do want. And part of that right now is about actually writing down, communicating in a committed way to yourself, even if it's 1 or 2 sentences about what it is that you're trying to bring in. Meanwhile, it's also got that beautiful trine energy. The trine is the triangle, right? The triangle is the most stable geometric feature that there is. And we've got Venus and Aquarius, Venus and Uranus, which rules Aquarius, in Taurus. Venus hooked up with Uranus could mean there's some kind of surprising news, information coming regarding finances. Or for you, what house is that? Let's see here. Capricorn, Aquarius is 1, 2, 3, 4. 4th house of home. So something around the home. So that could be love. Some kind of surprising news or information. It could also be financial and around the home, right? Something happening there. So surprising good or surprising bad? I don't know. Just have to see what happens, I guess. So there's that energy happening there, and so you're being really encouraged to write it down. And Mercury goes direct on Monday, so communication starts to come a little clearer. I can tell already. My videos are not glitching today. They were so bad a couple of days ago. And so I've been holding off, and I'm like, I have to record these, and surprisingly not getting that glitchiness. So I'm very excited about that because it's slowing down, and then it stations direct, which means it stopped moving and then it starts moving forward again. And so I can tell. I'm like so happy about that. So you are being encouraged to spend some time in meditation, out in nature. Get out there and think about what it is that you want to do. What is it you want to create? What do you want to bring in? What do you want to draw to yourself? This energy is a supermoon. The supermoon is very close to the earth, and it's had all this attraction. So you're going to attract into your life what you're thinking about. What are you trying to manifest? And so controlling your breath, meditating, being out in nature, observing what you're grateful for, observing the beauty around you helps to raise your vibrational energy so you can attract into higher vibrational energies and opportunities to you. Oh my gosh. And you need some time to think, to hear what you're saying to yourself, your higher self coming in. Because when that moon moves into Libra, which is a fellow air sign to you, so that is nice energy for you. But in general, the moon is aspecting planets in a very difficult way. So it's kind of difficult energy, but you might be comfortable in it. It is about you looking at your reputation and self-reflecting on where you are now. Is it where you wanted to be? How do you feel about, because we have all this emotional, but your head's above the water, right? So it's using your brain to feel into your heart. Like your heart is really going to be important here about what brings you the joy, what brings you the pleasure. Where are you? Where are you going? What is it that you want that's important to you? And the 2 cards that came out for this, one of them is listening with your heart, and the other one is trusting your intuition. So those are both about your intuition, right? So get out in nature, spend some time out there, and allow yourself to what do you think? What do you feel? And then trusting that. So I want you to notice that her head is above the water, but most of her body is in the intuitive waters of her, intuition there. The emotional waters of her intuition. And so it's much more important. I'm so sorry because air signs are trouble with this, but it's more important to follow your heart in whatever the situation is. Trust what your heart is telling you. On paper, it could look one way, but it's a moving target. And so it's about where you're trying to get to, where everything meets up at the same time, right? And so, okay, honestly, this might be the 7th time today I've seen this card, Resilience, showing up here. And we have the inner desires. If you've taken a hit on something recently that really you felt really let down about, you're resilient. Cutting out what doesn't work allows for new growth and new opportunities to come in. And the inner desires is, what do you really want? And that's what this whole moon is about. This is happening on Thursday and Friday. Friday is the 13th, but there's such great supportive energy around where the moon is that if you put your dreams on paper that day and really tap into that energy and really listen to your intuition, you are resilient. You will figure this out. This is the commitment you make to yourself to bring the balance into your life, to stop and smell the roses, to see the beauty in things, to change your perspective a little and see what's going on out there. This is a great time to really get in touch with what's most important to you and remembering that you're resilient. And that sense of resiliency will carry through the weekend, because when the moon moves into Sagittarius at 7:09 a.m. on Saturday, that is about the resilience of the position of the moon, where okay, I realize that I have to cut this out in order to promote new growth, and I understand that, when you cut back the roses in the spring because they were damaged by the frost in the fall and in the winter, the coldness, then you cut them back and then they burst out with even more foliage and more roses. And so that's cutting out what doesn't work promotes growth. And those things that didn't work, they were not wasted. There was wisdom that was accrued from them. There was things that you learn, things that make you multidimensional, things that make you more in tune and wise, and you have focus. You have focus. And so aiming your arrow on the target that is moving, staying focused, being relaxed in this focus, listening to your breath, listening to your intuition, really getting in tune with who you are. So it's to stay focused and get the job done. Use your intuition to plan things well ahead, leading the target. Be flexible in your approach. There is nothing you can't accomplish once you set your mind to it. Don't be distracted. You are on target. I love it when Spirit does this. I get these tap in and I get these things and I think, I don't know what that's going to be, but I can't wait to see. And then, bam! It's so nice. All right, so let's get you a color card for the week. So think about what your target is. It is moving. It's a moving target. So whatever it is, there's changes happening around it, and you need to be flexible in order to accommodate those changes. But you can control how things are going using your intuition. You can be ahead of the changes, right? You can lead, so then you make sure that when you let that arrow fly, it'll be where you want it to be. Oh, nice. You have brilliance. Brilliance, of course you do. You're Aquarius. Discover your sparkle. Discover your sparkle. So look for that inner joy, but I feel like the sparkle is understanding that the sparkle is really that divine light, that flow of abundance from the universe crashing down on you with that intuition. Get in touch with who you are inside. Listen to your intuition, your higher self, and your arrow will find its target. So, looks like a great week for you, Aquarius. I look forward to talking to you soon. Please leave me a message. I would love to be connected.